I just thought I'd take another video of the Tascam with the right main blown again before I box it up. Looks like I'm going to try to take it back to Long and McQuaid at the end of the week and try to get my money back at this point. I would accept another used board if they can dig one up, but I talked to a guy today from Long and McQuaid and he's like, well, I just get your money, you know, which, yeah, I'm good with. I can't chase this around anymore. So a lot of suggestions from a lot of you guys, mostly to do with my cabling and my monitoring. I think in the video I explained that it wasn't cable and monitoring because I could switch simply by switching these cables. That in turn switches the cable and the monitor, and the problem goes to the other side. But I did it just to be thorough. I took the right XLR out just to be sure. I replaced it with this green banded one. And it's the same as it was yesterday and, well, since Friday. Well, so I did a recording on channel 12 here. Just 20 seconds of my vocal. Let's leave it straight up and we'll hit it. So in the room with me, it's all coming out the left. Nothing is coming out the right today. So now I just want to make sure this preamp is down. Channel 12. Now let's go all the way to the left and you'll get a lot of loud left and nothing on the right, obviously. So let's hit that. Okay, now let's go to the right. Well, I'll go to the right live, so I'm going to play it to the left again and you'll see me pan it to the right. It's so quiet over there. But check out what happens. I just want to check that meter. Even the meter, though, like it's sending a lot less to the meter too. Something's crazy wrong. Okay, let's play that back, and this time I'm gonna leave it pan to the right, but I'm gonna switch XLRs. Now the quietness is to the left, and I come over here. 5, perfectly loud. So it's internal. It's not sending the signal properly to the meter even. So that's super scary. Now if I do everything through control room, everything's fine. I'll just switch them back. Just for fun, we'll switch them back and do it control room. Rewind. Hit it. That's not just control room. Let me hit this. Let's do control room. Control room output, it's the same deal. It's fine. So it is something to do with the board internally not sending the proper amount of signal up here and up here to the right. What a bummer. So I'm up for more suggestions. Some of you guys were like, oh, it's your CD player, blah, blah, blah. It's not. I mean, again, I can play the CD player through the control room just fine. It really is the board not sending enough juice to the right output, so I can't get rid of this thing fast enough. We will take it back to Long and McQuaid. You know, the funny thing is the political aspect of it, in that I believe depending on the location I take it back to, I'll get a different amount of either helpful, friendly service or grief. So, and that's just me trying to predict the future, right? Like, this hasn't happened yet. Me walking in the end of this week and going, hey, the second board you gave me that I waited frickin' 60 days for, that we all agreed looked fantastic, the second board doesn't work. The right output does not work. So I wholeheartedly believe at the end of this week, the location I bring it to is going to matter. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be near the friendliest one. Or I wait to the weekend and really travel. But, you know, like, why am I driving? This will be my 5th or 6th over, well, if you go there back trip, 250 to 300 kilometers, this will be my 5th or 6th 300 kilometer trip. Like, why am I doing all this? Like, I don't know. Shouldn't they be sending for shipping and then just giving me I've paid my dues at this point. I paid my money. I've waited, and we're just not getting results. Anyway, it's just such a bummer. I sit in front of this machine, this used warranty replacement. It is so spotless. You know, I thought maybe there's a little dust in the faders, but it looks, to be honest, it looks brand new out of a box. And then to come up with this, and I sit in front of this, and it's so exciting to want to record songs. I got so many projects I could be doing right now. And you could say, oh, well, just don't use the mains. It's like, yeah, but I bought the mains, you know. I think somebody in the last time, they're like, well, just don't use aux 3. It's like, but I paid for it, and I'm going to be mixing through. If I'm going to use the Tascam Model 24 and not use a computer, then I'm going to not use a computer, which means I have to go to the outboard to mix, which means you need as many sub-outs and aux-outs as you can. It's bad enough that the Tascam Model series doesn't have returns. The 2400 might. I can't remember what's on that one. But can you imagine if I bought a 2400 right now is having this problem? And somebody did. One of you commenters did. You bought the 2400 and you had an issue. Can you imagine? Here in Canada right now, they are $3,700 before tax. As I seen it on, I think it was Studio Economique, I think. $3,700 before tax. So you're pushing into $4,000. Can you imagine having that issue? Unreal. It's bad enough that these are rising in price. But I really wanted to record this way. I really wanted to be DAWless. I didn't want to use my computer. But, you know, you guys say, well, you flip back and forth 20 times. Yeah, that's true. But I was really committed this time to just use the board. I put the Tower of Power together here because I was going to mix outboard. I've even bought, I won't ruin the surprise, but I've got stuff that I haven't unpackaged yet. 500 series stuff. And now it looks like I'm going back to the Macintosh. So instead of buying a nice outboard compressor like I was going to, and a nice Pultec style EQ outboard, I'm like, no, I guess I'm going back to the computer. Why don't I just buy a nice new Mac instead? You know, put $2,000 into the next Mac computer if I'm going to be computer bound, because I can't find a tracker that I love. Now I do have the Zoom L20. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, looking back, I'm pretty sure I can say with confidence I've never found a defective issue with any of the Zoom live tracks I've had. Currently mine, I do have a live track L20 still. It's at a friend's house for a long time, probably years, because he's doing his album and we're working on an album together. So I just leave that one there with him. My problem with that was always the latch and catch lights. I hated the Zoom L20 for that. I thought that there was enough stupidity in the functions. I didn't like the overdub button always had to be on. Just silly little nitpicking OCD type things. And sure, if I had that board back from my buddy right now, yeah, I would try maybe this DAWless thing again. But this one, the Tascam Model series, works better with like something like Reaper or a DAW or a computer, because you can bring them tracks back in. You can actually use your own VSTs in a DAW and pump them back in. The Zoom, you can't do that. It's so stupid in that regard. But so what do I want? Well, geez, I want one of these. I want a Tascam Model 24 working, but it seems to be, even though I've had several of them, half of them, 50% of them had a problem. And if you're just watching me for the first time, I've seen the auxes not work, 1 and 2. I've seen aux 3 not work. I've seen the compressor lights dance around, Tascam says that's normal. I got a hold of them and I'm like, well, the light means compression, but it's just randomly flashing and no one's even looking, you know, and they're just like, yeah, that's fine, meaning Tascam doesn't have a fix for it. What else have I seen? I've seen this entire channel dead. I was talking to guys online today, their Tascam Model 16, they've sent it to TAC 3 times. The main board's screwed 3 times. So there's a major quality control issue with the Tascam Model series. And yeah, so my latest problem is the right main out is way quieter. I'm thinking 15, 20 decibels quieter. But all right, well, thanks for watching.